What up, what up, what up? It's Troncoso back at it again with a live. We are out here first Thursday of the month. So I'm so thankful and glad to be listening to you, to be hearing you, because it's not a one-way street. You be talking too, but I'm also glad to be talking to you. It's wild because this is supposed to be happening at 7:30 every time I do this, but I'm actually on essentially a work trip. We have a mastermind this weekend. Shout out next level. So I am going to be doing this right now because we have a welcome dinner later today. But we are going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about like the real nitty gritty, and I need to ask you guys this question, right? Have you ever felt your heart race before you speak? Like, I'm not even talking about like the actual speaking on stages thing, though I feel like I need to make sure that I address that as well. But when you have conversations you've rehearsed in your head, conversations that dwell in your heart, are you ready to have them, or does your heart race? Like you're like because you don't know how you're gonna approach that person, because you don't know how you're gonna approach that conversation that you probably don't want to have, and you are praying to the Lord Almighty that you do not have to have the conversation the way you probably think or dread that it will happen. Is that you? Real. I feel you. That's me. If your voice is ever shaken, or you've held back because of fear, or you didn't know how to move because you were anxious and you had all this stuff going around, this live is for you. So we're gonna talk about it because we have to. Like we have to. Like there's no way about it. Like I'm just being very clear here. So what does that look like? If you saw my last video, the one that I posted on Monday, what I learned about communication after surviving brain cancer, this isn't theory for me. Like this is my why. I am a brain cancer survivor that teaches people, students, educators, leaders, how to speak, how to be able to use their voice to communicate powerfully and to use fearless communication to go from closeted introverts into national championship level speakers. You will speak with power. This is embedded in me because I knew that at one point I felt powerless. At one point I felt humiliated. At one point I felt pitiful. I felt like I had potential, but my purpose was snuffed out. And because of that, I didn't know what to do. And yes, it's like, oh, how do you go from this medical anomaly to trying to empower people to speak? It's because we use everything but talking. People would rather die than talk. People would rather be in the casket than be at the mic at the funeral that the casket's in. So, because people feel that way, they'll do whatever. Like, they ain't gonna say it, but they feel some type of way. And some people get violent enough to put bullets in you rather than just break it down about what's going on. We don't communicate, we'd rather kill. And because of that, we have to get better at this. So that's my goal. That's my mission. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm pulling up on people. I'm on the head tops. I'm doing this not because I'm from Highbridge in the Bronx, because I know how this is like. I come from one of the poorest places in the country, born from two people that are from the poorest places in their countries, which are pretty poor to begin with. So it's like for us, it's do or die. If you can communicate properly, if you can be able to connect with people, if you can be able to do all of these things, then you are going to be phenomenal. You are going to be amazing. You are going to be clear and great and all of these things. But if you do not do this, you will not. So this means that we have to really dissect what it means to communicate properly. And this is the thing. We have to communicate. I know you feel fear. I know you feel trepidation. I know you feel some type of thing that you're just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I know you feel this way. But here's what I've learned. Fear doesn't mean stop. I'm going to say that again. Fear doesn't mean stop. Fear means that something matters. you don't really get anxious about some things. And even when you say you don't care about that thing because you want to make sure that you don't get that fear, like you don't care about the result, you kind of do. Like, don't lie. Like, you are capping, you are faking, you are fooling yourself into thinking that you don't really care about the thing as an excuse because to be kind of, inconsistent with your feelings means that you can fake the fear and fake it so much you don't even fear it anymore. But that's the problem. You can't get rid of it. You're only fooling yourself. So when you come to the realization, you're the only person that you have to convince, and it's a whole thing. So fear means you care. So we actually aren't trying to get rid of your fear. I've walked with, I've talked with, I've done things with people around the country, and I'm doing this internationally right now. And what I'm telling you is you can't stop the fear. You can't do anything about it except flip it, pivot, perspective shift it, use it as fuel, use it as fire, use it as a way to bridge the gap between you and what you got to get accomplished. So fear used to mean danger for me. You know, the whole, oh, we don't do this, we don't talk about this, we don't, but now fear means direction. Fear means alignment. Fear means, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So if I can overcome this, I'm going to be great. So when you feel fear, that means that the moment matters enough for your soul to feel like you don't want to mess it up. So you practice to get better at doing it, but that doesn't mean that by practicing you get rid of it. You just learn to master your feelings in the moment. And that's what we got to get to. That's what I work with you on. How do your communication strategies work? Because if you can operationally be your best self as a speaker and as a person, then you're going to be effective. Even if you are terrified, I promise you, I am not just absolved of all fear when I'm on stages. Because at the end of the day, I get it, but it doesn't matter. It's none of your concern. Because at the end of the day, they're not concerned with whether you are fearful or not. They care that you get the job done. They care that you speak life to them. They care that you did something. So, what's the doing? How do you get from point A to point B? The journey is important for you. But the people in point B don't care because they didn't see point A. They just need you to get to point B. Like, you know how you're like waiting for an Uber and you're waiting and it's 4 minutes away and it gets there. You really don't care about the 4 minutes beforehand. I mean, my man's could have literally like jumped a pothole, blown up, and then came back and then like had to fight people and then come and like the door like ripped off. So he had to go get a new vehicle and then like package it up again, repaint it, then come back. I don't know how he did this in 4 minutes. That's not the point, but you don't care about that. You care about point B. You care about the Z. You care about the omega. You care about the ending, the landing of the plane. So how do you do it? In the midst of all of this stuff, you're going to face fear. You're going to face trepidation. You're going to face frustration. You're going to face a lot of things, and you need to learn how to manage it. So that's where the fuel comes from, the fear you face. So fear isn't a wall. We need to reframe it. It's a window. Goes both ways. So think about this. When was the last time fear showed up, and what did it stop you from doing? I have a question for you. If today was your last day, what would you do? Follow up. If today was your last day, what didn't you do yesterday that you're regretting now? Because today is yesterday's tomorrow. track you on this. Tomorrow makes today tomorrow's yesterday. Are you doing what you need to do today to be satisfied tomorrow? Do you lie in bed and think, I did this well? Or did you let the fear paralyze you rather than propel you forward? Okay, segment two. I'm just so yeah, we reframe fear. The perspective thing is the first thing. You got to make sure that your perspective is changed, flipped, turned, moved, all the things. And then the fear becomes a fuel. So what does that look like? That looks like using the same energy that makes you nervous to make you present. I am not here to take your fear away. I am not here to give you some magical pill. I am not here to give you a solution that absolves you of what it means to be a human. You are a person. I know that sounds very trivial sometimes coming from me or coming from anybody. It's like, well, no, duh, I am one. But because of that, you have fears, you have anxieties, you have things that come with humanity, carnal, mammon. Like you have these things. So because you have these things, it would be ludicrous for me to guarantee you through working with me that you're going to get rid of it. The goal is for you to master it, subvert it, have dominion over it. If you can do that, then that's what turns fear into fuel. Because if the thing that is paralyzing you is the thing that's propelling you, you're going to be unstoppable. Hear me, you're going to be unstoppable. If nothing can stop you, that's literally in its definition. If the thing that is stopping you, hear me here. If the thing that is stopping you, now pushes you, you will be unstoppable. So really identify what is the fear and how do you turn it into fuel. The body doesn't know the difference between fear and excitement. Like if we go scientific and we break it down, adrenaline, endorphins, like the body doesn't know. It just exudes energy. It doesn't. It's funny, like I was at my doctor's appointment yesterday, and my doctor was like, your body, your brain doesn't really know how much food, like it doesn't weigh food. It just wants to taste it. So it can get like the neural pulses and it can feel good about the food you have. Which is why portion sizing is the reason for why I can, manage the weight better. I'll be honest with you. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack about this. I don't believe in diets. Just don't. I believe in portion control. It can help out a lot. But that's the thing. This is the same way. You get the same thing. Your brain processes how you feel. There are people that can bungee jump and not have any issue. There are some people that look at a plane and they wince. They look at a plane and they're like, oh my gosh. Like, so because of that, I need you to understand that it's a perspective shift. The fear to fuel is on you. You need to shift your perspective from I'm nervous to I'm ready. I'm scared to let's go. That perspective shift, that reframing is going to make all the difference. So try this with me. Take a deep breath. Plant your feet and say out loud, I'm allowed to be scared. I'm allowed to be nervous. I'm allowed to be anxious. I'm allowed to be frustrated. I'm allowed to be pissed. I'm allowed to be hungry. I'm allowed to be worried. I'm allowed to be inconsistent. I'm allowed to be all of these things in the moment, but do it scared. Yes, this is how I am right now, but do it scared. Yes, I don't know what to do from this point on, but do it scared. Move with the fear. Move with the uncertainty. Move. Because you know that if you can conquer this, you're going to be amazing. And you don't have to be fearless to be powerful. You just have to be willing. The do it scared is not do it scared because you conquered fear. No, it's do it scared because you know fear can't paralyze you. It has to propel you. Instead of why me, say try me. The circumstance is the same. The circumstance is the same with why me and try me. The difference is the way you look at it. Because mindset matters. And the last segment is, you know, people ask all the time. It's like, okay, great, you sound like a good motivational speaker. Da, 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 da. But like, what does it take to do it scared? You know? Like, how do you do it scared? That's not that nice slogan, like a bumper sticker, you put it on the fridge, but like, what do you need to do practically? And again, the truth is this: you don't wait for fear to disappear. You train yourself to move anyway. So when I was in college, I had a best friend of mine, and we were turning in assignments. And we did not. First off, we didn't have ChatGPT. We didn't have any of these like helper tools. It's like 11:52, and like an assignment that like we are nowhere near done is due in 7 minutes. And I'm like, Emmanuel, I don't know. We said something, not gonna repeat it here, but we essentially were like, let's just turn it in. Let's just do it. Like, let's just do it. Worst case scenario, we gonna bomb this essay. It's not gonna go well. But maybe, just maybe, we'll be okay. Turn it in. Got an A minus. If I didn't turn it in, I would have gotten an F. Lock in, hear me. If I didn't turn it in, I would have gotten an F. So what's paralyzing you is ending you because you're not getting started. You don't know. I mean, I could have gotten a C, I could have gotten a B, but whatever I would have gotten is higher than what would have happened if I never did it. So you need to move anyway. The do it scared is like, I don't know if this is gonna work out, but let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. I will do everything that I can with the information that I got, feeling the way that I feel right now, and see what can happen. I don't know. But what if it works out? I gotta try. That's my thing with my students. I don't feel ready. I don't know if I can. Yeah, it's a lot, Mr. Troncoso. The whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. I get it. I understand. Your feelings are valid. No, they really are. And your feeling will not make the fear go away. You can excuse it, but you can't just explain it away. You can make excuses, or you can expect more. So it's in your hands. It's in your hands, and it takes three things. So, clarity, this is what the situation is. Why are you doing this? Practice, you need to have reps in consistency. Give it a shot. The thing that you're like, I don't know how to do it. Well, try doing it on a regular basis. If it's speaking, get the voice memo app out. We talk about the voice memo app every single time. That is a hack. Use the voice memo app and just record, 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 record. And soon enough, it'll be just easy for you. Now, if it's something where like you have to like go outside and like prepare a presentation, then like, I mean, could do it, prepare it. And if you're like, oh, but I have all these assets and these ideas, okay, so just make a draft that's like not that fleshed out, and then run through it and be like, okay, what's missing? Oh, I didn't put this graphic in. Okay, great. So now you know you got to put it in. But like, to be in the spiral you're just thinking, you're never going to get anything done. So clarity, practice, community, people in your circle. That's important. That is important. Bad company corrupts good character. There is wisdom in good counsel. You need friends. You need people that pour into you that can, at very least, let you see what you don't see and let you know, hey, we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. because that's what's going to move mountains, you moving. So, with that being said, I need you to understand that you need to practice this. I'm not afraid of blank. I'm preparing for blank. So, for me, I'm not afraid of public speaking. I'm preparing to connect. I mean, it just takes practice. I'm not afraid of the unknown. I'm preparing to do it anyway. Life is fickle, it's fleeting for fear to get involved. So don't let it. Don't let it chokehold you. And remember this, you don't have to sound perfect. You just have to be present. Like, you don't have to feel like you have it all together. Just take ownership of where you are right now and understand that you got to go. You got to move forward. You got to move, period, in order to get somewhere. Like, it begins with a step, it begins with a move, it begins with a choice, and then a tactical decision that makes you move. So, for speaking, to be an effective, fearless communicator, you gotta talk. You gotta do some voice memo. You gotta do some drills. Search up a topic. Record a minute of it every day. Then try a funny voice. Try a frustrated voice. Try a sad voice. And then again, wavelength. When you're in front of certain audiences, you'll know the emotion to evoke. Whether the audiences are a multitude of people, or it's your friend that lost a loved one, or your friend that got a college acceptance, or your friend that's jealous of you and you need to set the record straight about some things. But you will know how to apply it. But if you practice beforehand, you're going to be ready. So remember this, if anything from this, fear is not your enemy. It's your partner. Just make sure that you're using this effectively. It's your evidence that you care. So you make sure that you care with intention. Lead with connection. Speak with courage. Do it scared. Do it again and again and again and again and again, because you don't know how powerful that's going to get you. You have no idea what's in the backside of this, but you're never going to know until you do it. So I hope this was a great live for you guys. I hope that you got it. And again, I need you to consider the fact that the thing that's stopping you from doing your best isn't the fear. It's the way you look at it. It isn't the job. It's the way you look at it. It isn't your friend. It's the way you look at it. You're the master here. You're the master here. You're the in flesh and blood person here that decides how this goes. So choose to turn fear into fuel and do it scared so that you can do it successfully. That's my time.